guys. Welcome to the Call to Action podcast, where we celebrate everything that is Schmoedown, everything that is action, and our boys. So I'm Alex Mack, and we're going to be doing some kick-ass things today. I have some awesome people here to chat with over these awesome things. So go ahead, Dylan.
Hey, it's actually me and my whole name right here on this chat. Where's the box? Where's the box? Where is it? And there it is. Hey,
Oh.
on the show. You know, you may not recognize me. I don't have my glasses on right now. I'm trying not to have these like glaring screens on my eyes. We'll see how long it lasts. Stay tuned.
Good luck. Danny?
Hey everyone, it's Danielle here, hanging out. Call to action. Ready to talk about everything that we've talked about because everyone's making a big hoopla about something, and I have no idea what's going on. So, what's up, y'all?
No, it's gonna be a hoot and a half trying to figure that little hoopla out. Melissa, Person Smell, or should we say?
Hey guys, Schmoedown Nashville, represent.
Hashtag. Yes.
All right, let's get to it.
Hey, we have so much shit to cover today. So much shit. And Brian, actually, I see you in the chat. And just give me a heads up, you're gonna want to hang out till the very end because we have some awesome announcements. Just saying. So it's gonna be cool. We have a lot to talk about today. We have quite a few matches to discuss. We have quite a few wins, quite a few losses, and a few new betrayals as well. So let's start on a positive note. Let's start on a positive note, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna start with the team match. We actually had a team debut of Shazam versus the Scream Queens, and that happened late last week, along with Brandon Hanna versus Sarah Jacobson. And so it was definitely not gonna lie, it wasn't a match that I was mega excited for, but like the more I think about it, considering how talented and knowledgeable both teams are, I'm surprised this wasn't on my radar sooner.
I would agree. I think with Bibbs coming in with Meyer, that's one of the ones where we're like, sweet, all right. I didn't think that I would be too excited until I remembered that I'm like, oh, that's their debut match. Like, they've been promoting, like hinting it for so long that it just feels like we've already been watching them for this period of time. But going into the match, I was pretty eager to actually see how they played out. And the Scream Queens are just at this point where they're let's just test all these strong new teams coming in. Dedicated to art. Hell yeah. All the support and love on the show.
All the love, for sure. Yeah, but I totally agree with you. It's like, so it's finally been a long time coming. And, it's really cool to actually see them in action. And they definitely are, they're a great team together. I mean, but the thing is, I don't want to say it's a little worrisome, but at the same time, they both seem like they have very similar strengths as well as weaknesses. So I'm curious to see how far this team is going to go. Princess Mel, did you take anything away in particular from this match? Did you go into it with any
yes
or anything?
Yes and no. I hate disagreeing with everything my co-hosts say, but here I am. But going into this match, I kind of had questions about Shazam's, how their chemistry was going to be. I kind of felt like it was going to be a little bit gimmicky. I don't know if y'all remember back to kind of Lon and Cody. Lon and Cody. That was going to be like a cool little thing, and it would have been cool, but I just don't know how the chemistry translates. I'm going to be really honest. This match did not change my mind. I feel like Bibbs, if you paired Bibbs with Ricky Hayberg, he would probably have a better than 500 record because Bibbs is that good that I think he can carry just about any team. So, I think they're both excellent competitors who will win more often than not. I think their knowledge will carry them through for a lot of matches. But I'm not sold on the team chemistry.
Do you mind me asking why specifically you say that they don't have good chemistry? Like, what about their demeanor?
I don't know. Honestly, it reminded me. It reminded me a lot of. It reminded me a lot of Corruption, like the team tournament from last year, and it could just because it was their first match, but it kind of just reminded me of like two people that were just put together, So, yeah, it just reminded me of two people.
Well, you want a high five?
Wait, Wait.
Are we high-fiving?
Yeah, no,
That was
actually, I
great.
know where you're coming from.
That
It's
was
kind of a weird combination.
So-
Like, we don't know each other, so we're
Yeah.
gonna put
Yeah.
them together randomly. Let's figure it out.
But I mean, it could go the way of Above the Line. It could go that way where they just build the chemistry and they become amazing,
Right.
or it could just be that they'll never have chemistry and they'll still be like pretty good. But my biggest thing from this match is I'm still on the Scream Queens bandwagon. I know there's been a lot of talk of pairing Haley with like someone else because she's so great, and if she was paired with someone that was like so great, they would just be kind of like this amazing, unstoppable team. But I still love the Scream Queens, and I still love them together. So I really, I like them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they are clearly a talented, women as a team. So it's really great not only to see two female players together succeeding, but also it is they're very clearly a very niche, a very specific team. With very similar strengths and again, and very similar weaknesses. Danielle, what did you kind of take away from the team match?
Well, once again, I have the exact opposite feelings as Melissa does. So, I surprise.
Yeah.
So I love the Scream Queens also. I think they're great. Haley Fouch is amazing. I love to watch her on Collider, and her takes on a lot of things are really great. So, I'm a big fan of the Scream Queens also. I think that Brendan Meyer and William Bibiani have great chemistry together, and I think that they work very well as a team because they're both so knowledgeable that it's a threatening factor to other teams in the league because they're both really good at what they do, and they're both they're good at playing the game. Brendan Meyer hasn't been in the game for a very long time, but he already knows how to play the game, and I think you can really see that in this match, especially watching it. Well, it's their first match together, so you get to see them work with each other, because when you're in a team, when you're doing teams, at least in my opinion, when you're doing teams in the Schmoedown, you have to figure out that chemistry between the two of you to kind of figure out how to read this other person's mind. And I think that the two of them are already on that level outside of competing as
You
teams.
should be ashamed of yourself, Danny. How dare you bring up that movie?
That's a great movie, but it's also with Sinbad and not Shaquille O'Neal.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, I was like, I definitely agree with you. I definitely as much as I am a guy girl, I love my heels and everything. At the same time, in order to get those heel teams, I need those face teams as well to complement them.
Absolutely.
And I was excited to see like a full-on aggressively face team out there, and they were like, again, Dylan, no high five. What?
Wait, hold on. Let me get.
Wrong side.
Okay, now.
Boom, high five. Yeah. Exactly. And so I really liked kind of seeing them in action personally, but yeah, it's pairing a rookie player with someone that's so recognized as one of the best players in the entire league, arguably one of the people that should be on the Mount Rushmore of Schmoedown. It's let's see what happens. You never know.
One of the most underrated players of the league, I think.
Well,
I think
not
people know that Bibiani is a great player, but anytime someone starts to bring up names, his name is always at least 5th or 6th on a list, and it's insane because look at what the fuck he did in the free for all. Like,
yeah. Well, it's kind of funny. I kind of wish that they kind of reference in their team name the free for all, because they're both essentially the MVPs of the free for all.
Yeah.
Free for allers. Or free for allers. No,
I think at this point, even if they're just the match, like they're only one match in, that they as a team are probably. I'm really intrigued to see what the next 3 to 4 matches look like for their stats on their round one, because I think consistently these will be some of the 2 biggest round one teams. Like they're going to cover. They have such a wide knowledge across both of them that I think it'll be really intriguing that once they get the chemistry growing, that they're going to be a really scary team. And to Alex's point, I really actually like that, not only just because it's like we have another face team coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Albert. And, but also because it, kind of as the metaphor I use is like Batman to Joker. To every good heel team, we need an equally strong face team to make them worth a damn. Like,
Exactly.
heels against other heels, that's fun sometimes, a lot of the time. But I love seeing a true good versus evil fight and seeing the faces be the evil because clearly we're a heel team winner. Keeps us better for it. So good. I want them to be that strong face team, other than the Shire Wolves, because we will touch on that on a separate time. I don't think
that's going to be a whole other shindig. That's going to be intense. And now Jeremiah Morris, it does mention they are a great team, face team, but not sure how far they're going to go with Brandon Steele. So much of an unknown. And Jeremiah, I do agree with you to a certain extent, but I mean, like, that's the way it is with any rookie. We'll see how it goes over the next few matches. So it's going to be a fun time during the teams tournament here pretty soon. Okay, now moving on to the next match, we had Paul Preston versus I was like, that took me way too long to remember. I remember Del Rio. I was like, wait, what's his word name? Should remember this. Anyway, but it was that was a solid fucking match.
That match was awesome. I'm taking it. So I want to start it on this.
Appreciate that match. What was the score? What was the exact score? Anyone remember?
By 2 or 3, I think, something like that.
Like Preston, like barely won by like 2 or 3 points.
Yeah, I want to say he won by 3.
Damn, Rio.
Yeah.
We have enough Danny's here, Brian. There's
a lot of Danny's.
Chat, if you want to put the score in, we'd appreciate it. We're being really lazy as host right now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I was so stoked for that match because in the chat we were sitting there and everybody was, who do you got? Del Rio, Preston. Obviously, me and James were in chat. We were Preston. And then round 1 comes and Del Rio scores that sweet, perfect round and is already ahead by like 3 or 4 points by that point. And I'm like, boy, it's going to be really cool to see how this turns around. Yeah. Round 2 starts, 21-18.
21-18. That is a tight match, especially against 2 brand new rookie players. And you're right, Dylan, especially in the 3rd round. Usually there's a KO. I honestly thought David was going to be the one to pull through, and I was clearly wrong. So hats off to Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Really great match on his end. It's we're definitely getting it's becoming much more and more of a Paul year, I want to say. Well, it's been last few weeks have been very Paul.
2019 is the year of Paul.
Yeah, that's for sure. Melissa, did you catch the match?
I did. I was on team. I was on team Dave too. So that was kind of disappointing. I don't have anything. I don't have anything against Paul Preston necessarily, but gosh, Diamond Dave is such a great name. There is nothing about his name that isn't great. Diamond Dave is great. David Del Rio is great. It's all great. So there's nothing about him I don't like. And he's a very stylish guy. So he's very, very, very nice and stylish, minus the creeper stash. I could do without the creeper stash, but
define creeper stash.
I like it.
No, you have a lovely facial hair thing going on.
Ooh.
Diamond Dave's was a little me, but Danielle Radford, please come on our show, Danielle Radford. But Danielle Radford had a great quote about how Diamond Dave's shtick was her kind of petty, and it's definitely my kind of petty because I love it when someone does something not because they want it, but just because they want someone else to not have it. Right. And that's exactly what Diamond Dave was playing for, and I was all over it. I was like, sign me up. I was already kind of rooting for him, but when I heard that, hey, he just didn't want the other guy to win, I'm like, I like that. So unfortunately, it did not go our way. I think it could have been really cool if he had power to kind of the alliances that form, the storylines that could have came from it. If he would have won and had the ability to give away his spot to someone, that could have been really cool. But but unfortunately, it didn't go that way. So, but yeah, it was a great match.
Absolutely.
Yep. And once again,
so solid.
Yeah, once again, I am on the opposite side of Melissa.
I
was definitely rooting for Paul Preston. Paul made a big impact. He made a big impression on me in his first match before that. because that dude came out swinging. Like,
Yeah, he did.
who is this guy? What is he doing? So and I love his character. His character is so much fucking fun. And his teammate, like whenever they come out, I need to like get more into their stuff because I love it. So this is a fun team.
What is it? You catch him in the dumpster?
Yes.
Literally
among good
trash.
Amongst the trash. I think that both of these competitors, Paul Preston and David Del Rio, are
Hey
we love
girl.
Akara here. I think they're both great representations of tweeners, and I think that they could both be great tweeners. I don't think that we've I guess we can, but anyone who knows more about wrestling, please, fix this. But I don't think that we've really seen any real sort of tweeners. We just have heels and faces, and I think it would be fun. I think Paul Preston specifically is doing a tweener routine the way that I want to see it. Like, I want to see him talk a whole bunch of shit, but be super nice to everyone and funny about it whenever he does it. Because he's not being rude. He's not being mean or ugly. Like, he's just saying funny things and doing funny things. Like, that whole thing, I fucking love
what
it.
he's doing.
Yeah. And it's fucking great. I love it. Please do more, Paul. Thank you for being on the show. I'm sorry I wasn't around for it because that would have been
I know some characters I definitely feel like are tweeners, such as, let's see, I feel like technically Jeff Snyder is definitely a tweener.
I don't think so.
He's not actively a face. He's just more of like, he's incidentally an asshole, He's just being himself. And he just so happens to be an asshole, like an exaggerated version of himself. And that makes him slightly heelish, but I don't think he actually is. For example, I know anyone feel free to back me up or not back me up on this. It's just like how I feel like Smets is kind of a tweener. I think he is. He's not a face. He's not a heel. Like, he keeps telling us, I'm like,
Smets is a winner, guys. That's what.
But I feel like it's definitely in between. Because like he says, he's not actively in heel. He's just going for the gold, and that doesn't make him a heel or make him a face. He's just doing his own thing.
So,
Danielle, what do you think?
Yeah,
I think he's a heel with a good face. Is what I think.
I don't know what that means. So
So to Danielle's point, I do think that when it comes to looking at like pure tweeners, because while I would say Snyder, I don't know, Snyder's been such you ain't kidding, Scourge. We are back tonight. It is ladies' night tonight, y'all. What?
Dylan crashed ladies' night, so we couldn't call it ladies' night because Dylan decided to come on with us.
I'm not upset.
We love him anyway.
And also, we don't have White Claw, so it can't be ladies' night.
Y'all, I seriously tried to find White Claw for this episode because I have never had White Claw, and I wanted to do a fucking reaction video to White Claw, and I couldn't find it, so I got these Corona breath mints. And these are shitty. I do not like this, but I'm still gonna drink it.
I'm not.
Podcast is not sponsored by Corona.
There's a lot of really bad ones. I'm not gonna lie.
Before I forget, though, so tweener conversation. Sorry, ladies' night chat is empowering, and I have to be who runs the world. I'm gonna run that later, but
Paul Oyama is a tweener.
Nah, Paul Oyama is straight heel. I think.
Yeah,
I think I would definitely put Paul as a heel, but mostly because I just think like if we're gonna call Jeff Snyder an exaggerated version of himself, I think we should do the same thing for Paul Oyama.
I agree.
Anyone who's been
I think he's a tweener as well.
Really?
I think it should be a better name.
I go heel.
Sounds like a teeny bopper situation.
I think Paul is or Oyama, not Preston. Oyama is way too cocky and into himself to not be full into the heel camp. If he has some little like respect talks towards the end, but he's like,
oh, I'm sorry. What?
Well, that's why I also think it because Dylan, you were in the big group chat with a lot of people, right? Where Oyama was in.
Yeah,
I think that's with my sweet baby Paul.
I guess
I don't have a Kroger here where I live.
Yeah.
Is that Lucas?
My hubby's answered for you. Supposedly Kroger has White Claw.
There's no Kroger in South Texas, sorry. But back to Oyama. So that's also why I feel like Oyama is more of a heel, mostly because we've interacted with him and had that interaction. Alex, I don't think that you were in the chat. Alex, I don't think that you were in the chat for for that long. I think to like when Oyama was really active in the chat and just said a whole bunch of stuff and did all of that, like I really feel that's my impression with him, and that's why I think that he's just more heel than a tweener. But I think I can see it for everyone else who doesn't.
Oh, Jeremiah says,
Great point,
yes,
Jeremiah.
he's definitely heel, but not great enough and an actor, but he's trying his best.
Right. Yeah.
What time is it? Prime
Agree.
time.
I agree.
Sorry, every time I hear that, I just think of Hamilton.
Deion Sanders.
What time is it? Schmoedown, like I said. Schmoedown, yo! No one gets the reference? Whatever. You guys suck.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
So
Reference.
to
You guys suck. Okay.
I just think of Deion Sanders.
Paul. And, just kind of bounce off of that, people's characters change throughout their careers in Schmoedown. Obviously, going back to Bibbs, going back to Kalinowski, white bread.
Ooh.
I mean, look out. And same for Bibbs. There was a time where, he tried this whole heel shindig and that didn't work out, unfortunately. And now he's high-fiving teeny boppers like Brendan, so I mean, people's careers change, and I'm sure as people get as our newer competitors play more matches, such as Brandon and Oyama, not only do a lot more interaction on
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
How dare he? But but like I was saying, what a weenie. But
Lucas, like the video.
Like the video, thumbs down, comment below, subscribe.
I keep telling Lucas that he needs to hop on at some point. Not kidding. Okay, so but like I was saying, but people's once they get more confidence in not only being behind the desk and actually competing much more often, I'm sure they're going to actually see a lot more confidence in them as competitors behind the camera when they're doing interviews, before and after interviews and scenes like that. So who knows? Things will change here pretty soon.
Yep. And kind of piggybacking off of that is, like, I do agree with Danielle that it would be nice if there were more tweeners. I just don't know that the league will let there be tweeners. Like, I think the league is always going to push them one way or the other. I just don't know that there's a way for a competitor to be statically in the middle. Oh my God.
Ooh.
So yeah.
This is not me, guys.
So while that's going on, Danny wanted to point out in the comments, we have official 100 subs now.
Nice.
Shout out.
Yes,
Thanks,
awesome.
y'all.
Thank you so much. We have 100. Yeet, Brian. You are correct. That's the correct way to respond to yeet. Absolutely. Paul Preston has had like 3 matches in such a short time. He's been rocking so far. Completely agree.
Right.
Subs, yes, it's fantastic. We hit it.
100 subs. You know what that means, guys? We're getting a full sponsored episode brought to you by Ladies Night and the Call to Asian podcast and all of the partners of our show, which are just other members of our show. Soon to be sponsored by Blue Apron. And we will do a full topless episode with only the males in the show.
Because there's definitely not enough men in Schmoedown.
Yeah, I know, right?
I've said that from the very beginning. You know what? Schmoedown needs more white men.
You're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's for damn sure. Anyway, okay, moving on to another match that was actually released the same day. It was a little IG match between Sarah Jacobson and Mr. Brian. Sorry, not Brian. Brandon.
Hanna, everybody.
Brian Hanna.
I see Brian in here, so I'm like thinking Brian.
No,
Brandon,
that's the only way I'll accept this.
yeah.
Yep, it's Brian. Alyssa, I distinctly remember saying you wanted to lead the way up this episode.
Yes. Right? Well, I do, but it's specifically about the after scene. So if you want me to go directly into that, I can. Or if you want to discuss the match.
Yeah, let's wait.
Okay.
Yeah, let's wait for the cut scene.
Okay. That's what I figured. But Yeah. I'll let you guys talk about the match.
Well, we're gonna get
Save up my strength.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna get to the scenes after the match. After this discussion of the match itself. Going into it, Dylan, did you have any idea of what? Did you have an idea of who you thought was gonna win? Any assumptions?
I went in bold saying that Hanna is gonna KO Rose. And nothing against Emily. I had a feeling she was going to play a lot better than she did in her first match, which isn't saying much because her first match against Winston was debatably my favorite Inner Geekdom match, not for the competition level, but just seeing two people flounder around trying to get right questions for so long. And you know what?
Flounder around?
Yeah, that was the IG equivalent of Dagnino against Robert Burnett. That is the truth of it. And that's not a slight to say that, Winston, whatever, just tried his hand and it didn't work for him. Emily clearly knows a lot more of that stuff. And she showed that in this episode. And I think that she prepped and made sure that she wasn't making that mistake again. So that was
her first match. So that was fantastic. So good for her. Sorry to cut you off there. I apologize, Dylan. Keep going.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, going in, I had Hanna in there. I was a big fan of Hanna. We'll talk more about that later.
I don't know what you mean.
Nuts. Yeah, so going into the match, I was really excited to see Emily Rose compete. This was her debut, right?
No. This is the second match.
No, this is her second time. Okay, then I have to go back and watch it because I think I missed her first one. And I really like her. She's super cute, lots of fun. I like her hair a lot. And so I think she's gonna be a fun face to have inside of the Inner Geekdom League. She seems really smart, she knows what she's doing. It was pretty good. And so I definitely had Brandon going into this match because I am a big Brandon
we're losing contact.
Ooh, okay, well, welcome to the show, guys.
Losing contact.
I missed you, Danny.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Should we cut? Oh, how unfortunate for her to, lose.
I got an idea. Let's say her name 3 times. Alex, me, and then Melissa will say it. And then we'll bring it back to Beetlejuice. What?
It'll be like Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Start, Alex. There we go. Yeah.
Danny.
Just a little mad. But before I was so rudely cut off.
I don't know. Was it rudely cut off or did you deserve it?
So I didn't get to finish explaining myself. It was rudely cut off. Anyways, I was a fan of Brandon Hanna going into this match. I'm not a fan anymore if that's going to keep me on the damn stream. But like I was saying, I did have Brandon Hanna going into this match just because I am a big Brandon Hanna fan. And I think he did really well. I think he's doing really well inside of IG. I would love to see him compete inside of the regular Schmoedown. I would like to see what he does with that, because I think he's doing really well for Inner Geekdom, and I think he's definitely someone that should be looked at. I'm going to be in total denial about Brian Hanna for a very long time. So Brandon Hanna though is cool, but this Brian Hanna dude, I don't know what the fuck his problem is.
It's one of his many disguises. Clearly.
Yes.
It's one of the many disguises. As Hitman, you need to be a man of many faces.
Danny, top 10 anime betrayals.
Oh my God. I need that in my life, right now.
That list, we probably got about 10 betrayals at this point amongst the whole army, including our podcast members. Mm-hmm. Melissa, do you think I didn't see who weighed in on that poll?
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we all saw the poll. We all know who voted for who.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. The three of us took screenshots, by the way.
Discussed here.
Dang it. This is so... Yeah, that and that one. Yeah, Good. Anyway, yeah. So
Are you saying something? Are you saying I did something bad?
who? No. I was saying not team like. Don't worry about it. Don't wait.
That's Melissa. That's Dylan. That's
Okay.
Alex.
Yeah.
I figured it out.
I got it. This way is actually nothing for me.
Yes, this way is that way.
Okay. Well, I mean, like, yeah. So that was. I mean, okay. Just gonna touch up on that. Oh, let me just double check.
I I really genuinely wish I would have been on for that match. I'm so glad that we had Brandon on in that match. I genuinely wish, because I wish I would have recorded any sort of reaction. I literally jumped up and screamed when it happened because I was so mad.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
Right after I saw that, like 10 minutes later, because they just got James and Paul, Billy, and Brendan, they were all chatting, and they asked, and I told them I just watched it, and they were like, "Do you want to hang out and just chat over it?" And I was like, "Yes." And so I did, and the first thing I did, I threw something against the wall, and I scared my cats, and I dented the wall. I was just like, "Hey, you've got to be kidding me!" The love, the interest, the fandom they put into you, not only as an Action member, but as a member of Schmoedown in general. And you're pulling this shit. I did not expect this.
Brian Hanna is in the chat right now, also, by the way, so we can all let him know how much we're upset.
This is unacceptable. Asshole behavior, and he's a fucking traitor, and he likes Ben, and he's a horrible person, and he crossed out some really nice people's names, and I don't appreciate it.
What happened here?
White Claw, that's what happened.
Yeah, so Brandon, I don't know if you got it or not, but Brandon Hanna is a proud member of the Action Army, but Brian Hanna is some fucking loon.
No, I won't even hide it behind Brian Hanna's name. Listen, as a person, I'm sure that Brandon Hanna is a great guy. We've got to talk.
Sure he is.
Good chats. But Brandon Hanna raised the hand in front of all of our faces, and he might as well
wore the shirt
right to the one finger is what he wore of us.
The Horseman shirt.
The Horseman shirt on our show. Brandon Hanna, what?
No!
I don't want to talk about this anymore. I want to move on. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
I'm
done talking about it. But also,
press.
all right.
I'm so mad.
Yeah. All right. Here, I'll order 66.
Anyway, I'm gonna get depressed thinking more and more about it. So I'm gonna cut that off right fucking quick. Oh, thank you, Paul.
My favorite thing is Alex feeling complimented by being called intimidating.
Alex being called intimidating. Compliment.
I mean, that's confidence right there, girl. Get it.
It's like when compliments my hair.
Me, I'm sad that people don't reply to my tweets.
Oh,
have you seen the Kim where they're like, and then I look into the depths of her soul, and I said, "Bitch." Oh, we got Rachel up in here.
Silver stars.
I think we'll be fine.
By the way, Rachel, that picture got you.
I'm not ready for this. I can't. Okay. Anyway, okay. So that wraps that matchup, and I'm really hoping to see Emily a lot more. She drastically improved from her first match to her second one. So let's see more of her.
Melissa's mad because we haven't talked to her yet. The one person who, especially because Brandon is in the chat right now, Melissa should be saying something.
Listen here, you little bitch. I haven't fucking talked yet. Give me the fucking mic. You need to do that to me, otherwise I'm not going to pay attention, okay?
It's true, you have to interrupt Alex.
Yeah, you just got to cut her off. Anyway, Melissa.
Okay. Yes. Okay, well, I thought if I didn't go first, I might like lose my nerve, but I think I've got this.
Maybe this is actually all a plan. All along. Make you like steam
Okay.
over. You know what? No,
So-
just don't breathe. Just go.
Yeah, just let the
Okay.
rain
Okay. I am ashamed of all of y'all, all of Action Army. I'm ashamed of all of you because
Oh,
y'all are thinking y'all are thinking like Outlaw Nation, simple-minded, like one-track mind, inside the box. But
Wait.
we are Action Army. We are Action Army. We are the most intelligent fan community. So we should be strategically thinking that this is the end of the Horsemen from the inside out, as I have said all along. So, I mean, Ben has done a good job so far, but he needs an extra person along to help him. So, I mean, it's got to happen. And here we have a front row seat to watch the implosion of the Horsemen from the inside out. So, yeah, I think you guys need to open your minds a little bit and see the beauty that is in front of us, because it's going to be beautiful when it happens. It's going to be awesome when it happens. So, yeah. And I think if I asked all of y'all in Action Army, all of you, what you would want to see, you would want to see the Horsemen go down. You would want to see the Horsemen fall apart and crumble around them. And this is what you're getting. You're getting it in front of you because Ben and Brandon are going to take down the Horsemen one person at a time. Maybe Garth, but that doesn't matter.
all right.
Hi, Garth.
So, let's go first, Melissa. Because I'm always very candid with you, and you know this. First of all, no, you're not Outlaw Nation. I don't care if you're on the show at the same page. No. Here's the thing. Outlaw Nation and the Five Horsemen are a piñata, and we are the stick, and every one of those Action Army competitors, whether it be us or Dungeon or whoever the sweet heels are, they're all the kid, and it's their birthday, and they're just lining up to sit there and clock that stupid piñata until that thing breaks apart and bleeds to death, until we want it to just fade away into nothingness. Here's the thing. While it's like a sweet idea to sit here and think, well, maybe Ben and
It's going to happen.
maybe they're in there to break
It's
up.
going to happen.
That was gonna happen for a lot of groups.
And it might. But until then, you're fucking with my piñata. And that piñata
Don't
before I'm ever satisfied with it. Take 6 more
I'm here with that pinata as well. I'm more likely to beat your ass than that pinata.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, wait. High five again.
Wait.
But isn't there a chance that those are two poisonous candies eating the piñata from the inside out, making it easier for you to beat the piñata down?
Well, that doesn't really work in this example because I'll eventually get that candy out, and then I'm eating poisonous candy. So what you're telling
I'm just saying.
piñata with all the poisonous candies too. That metaphor doesn't work altogether. You're a traitor. You know it. Bateman, you're a traitor too. Melissa's low-key a traitor, but we still have her on the show. And
It's not a traitor. It's not a traitor because I'm not for the Horsemen. I just fully believe in our boys and what they're doing. I fully believe it.
Your boys. He was like, he was an intern, but he sided with Bateman right out the gate.
Hanna sold
To
out.
take them out. To take them out.
Did he? No, he did it.
Here.
No, he didn't.
Inside scoop. I'm gonna break kayfabe for like 10 seconds for everything to go inside scoop behind this is whenever when me and James did a Hanna interview, I talked with him briefly afterwards, and I think James was away on this. And Hanna was like, low key, I think it'd be super sweet if I as a faction, because how awesome would it be to raise Matt 5 up and sit there and go into that? You're right, I'm gonna eat the Horseman. But
Thanks, Janine. Is that Janine?
Yeah.
Janine. Thank you, Janine.
So, make no mistake, Hanna has been saying for a long time behind the scenes, he's been ready to sell out just to put that 5 up. I don't buy it. He's not being a toxic candy. He loves being the horse, and we're gonna eat it.
He
That-
loves the
I
attention.
don't know
'cause
what
he's an
the
attention
fuck is
whore.
going on.
You're gonna eat a horse?
No,
I will eat the horse, all of the horse, and all the stupid fat pictures too. There we go.
I still love you, Action Army. Please don't get mad at me. I'm just saying I'm like fully on board with this conspiracy theory.
I don't know how I feel about this. This is very aggressive because everyone else thinks it's really close. This is making me really uncomfortable how close it is.
Oh no, it's super uncomfortable.
Okay, glad I'm not the only one. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Okay.
Wait, where did Danielle go?
She was having issues where she couldn't come up. So I'm going to see what's going on. I'm going to try adding her. Again.
While we're facing technical difficulties, everybody in the chat, what are your guys' thoughts? Is Brandon Hanna a total sellout? Is Brian Hanna a real person? Let us know while I sit here and get my reading glasses back on.
Is Melissa right? Say I'm right, please. Anyone? Anyone at all?
The answer is
Say I'm right, please.
I'm hearing crickets in the chat.
you are desperate for some.
Okay, but if it happens, I get to be like the person that like
You know what? You get
breaks
to
it, right?
You get to put these sweet hipster glasses on. You get to slick your hair back and say, "Man, it feels good to be right, everybody."
You know what? I'm not going to lie, Melissa. If you are correct, if you
Oh, sorry, that's me. Yes, if you were.
I just played without me. Okay, so again, you are correct. I will eat my words and I will buy a corruption t-shirt. And I will have pictures taken of myself in that shirt and I will post it everywhere.
Wait, why would it be a corruption T-shirt? Why wouldn't it be a horseman?
That
shirt?
doesn't like.
Okay, fine. You can be a horseman. I hate horseman that much. Fine, have it be a horseman fucking shirt. I will wear a horseman shirt and I will post it everywhere and I will be shamed forever. If this comes to truth, Melissa, and if you are correct, I will pay my own hardworking money for that horrible, god-awful, Satan-awful shirt.
Mm-hmm. I won't make that bet.
Dylan, what you got for me?
I'm just gonna make Schmoedown Nashville happen. That's how
Okay.
the way. I want to bring back Danielle to the chat.
Hi, I think it's working now. Can you hear me?
Hey,
I have no idea
so maybe there's something to it.
Okay.
Brandon, Hanna,
I feel like I've been disinvited to Schmoedown Nashville.
Lucas, you know that is not the case. I do not have a fucking corruption shirt.
Lucas. Behind the scenes, just let us know, Alex, possible traitor. Brandon Hanna says, I like money.
I my Schmoedown drawer t-shirts. Okay. I'll
Brandon
make
Hanna's picture is just eating shit with that smug, too. That smug grin.
God, that
that. Why?
fucking
Oh.
smug face.
Brandon's kind of cute too. Probably because he looks like Ben, but he's cute.
Why are you here at this point?
Why are you here? Why? Like, why? What happened with Melissa? What?
Oh, yeah. James says, hashtag fuck Hanna. I agree. Hashtag
Right.
Hanna indeed.
James, you know how I feel about you. So
Phil,
Hey,
from multiple people. Guys, that's just his face. We can't blame him for that being his shit-eating grin face, you know.
Yeah.
You know, things
Brandon,
happen.
Brandon, you. No.
Oh, wait, Brandon, how dare you? Okay, so on let's move on to another match. I think do we have any final thoughts before we understand, Melissa, your theory? I love your theory, and again, please, I am praying I will be eating my words, everyone. So
Like we plan to eat a horse here live on this stream. Actually, that'll be my thing. I'll eat a live horse on stream if I'm wrong.
where it just like bops you right in the mouth.
Yeah, but it'll be my last stream for
I
sure.
want to say something. I want to say something.
Danielle.
Hi. So I missed most of Melissa's theory, but I did get some of it, and it was just basically that Brandon and Ben are breaking up corruption, or breaking up the horsemen from the inside, correct?
Exactly.
Mhm.
Okay. So I like this theory. I am on board with it. I hope it does happen. But I would like to say that the whole Action Army crew, like all of us, Action Army together, y'all, do you realize what the fuck we did? We completely got into the Horseman faction. Like, we're in there now.
Oh, don't
So
tell
I
me
think
that.
That would be
no.
And
Don't.
not
Okay.
to mention-
First of all, don't be negative little Nancy's about this whole thing. I can't believe I'm siding with Melissa on this thing. But I don't think that they're going to destroy the Horsemen from the inside out. It would be the best thing in the world to see. It would be so great. But I would like to acknowledge the fact that there are now Action Army members inside of the Horsemen. And I think that that's a big deal because we're pretty big in this whole thing. Like, the Action Army is big and strong. We all know that. And now we are in the Horsemen. What other factions can we be a part of? Who the fuck out? Like, Guy is now with the family and all of that. Let's get everyone else into different factions and just spread Action Army around.
Okay.
Like the plague that we are.
Phrasing, but yeah, I feel you.
Okay, now just want to bounce out that hypothetically, if we are breaking, if we have infiltrated Horsemen, like you said, also keep in mind that Mara Kanopik just joined the family. Unofficially has joined the family. We're
That's a pretty big unofficial headline to put out there.
Unofficially
Yeah.
has joined the family. So, considering Dan and Mara, they're together and everything, and Dan still has a contenders match to give out. So it's gonna be.
This is gonna be James Theory all over again, isn't it?
No,
Oh, God.
I'm not saying that. I just mean like this is kind of like it is kind of a weird situation. If Mara was to go with any group, I'm super psyched for her to join the family because she deserves such an awesome group to be with, and she deserves a really great support system, and she deserves all the love from fans. But if something happened, if there's a way to really get under their skin of the Horsemen, Mara would definitely help.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Mara's joining the family. Maybe.
Maybe. It is definitely clickbait.
Very.
James wrote in there clickbait, and it's absolute clickbait.
Just
for our
saying.
show.
Man, that would have been a much better title for this video, thinking back on it. We'll save it. So, really quickly, though.
But here,
Mara plus the family. Yes! Yes.
Yes.
I'm totally on board with Mara joining into the family because not only for all those reasons in hand, but I want to see just Robert Meyer Burnett and Mara scenes continue on because Mara, him opening the cabinet and Mara's just, excuse me, down there in the bottom. I'm sitting
Was
there.
that not the best cutscene we've ever seen?
I sat there. I was just like, what?
It's my favorite.
How did she get in there? That was something straight out of Cirque du Soleil.
I'm like, that can be good for her health. I'm like, her neck and back are all tore up, and they got the.
Janine, I don't know if you've seen my Twitter bio, but my Twitter bio is the tinfoil princess. And if we want to get tinfoily up in this bitch, we can get super into tinfoil.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mara's pretty short, I think. So that's probably how she's squeezed in there. She's pretty small.
I know she's.
That's what I was about to say also. Being a small person, I can fit into a lot of random places, and she seems like she's a small person. So fit right into some nooks, y'all.
I don't know, Danielle. I'll nook you one of these days with that.
No. Oh, I wish you would.
I don't know what I was going with that.
I don't either. I love you, Alex.
Oh boy.
Okay, so just gonna move on to the next match. I mean,
which match?
Honestly, now I was just thinking about that. It just occurred to us that we just finished under time, under an hour. Holy shit! We were planning for this to run for at least an hour, and we're at not even 50 minutes, which is crazy. So just kind of move on to kind of go over to move on to the fans. So we want to hear from you guys of any theories you guys might have, any kind of wild, weird shit that you guys would like to hear. But also we have
send me your tinfoil
with some weird comments or questions, we're going to make some really dope announcements. So we have a lot of things coming up. James Spence, our head honcho with all things Call to Action. You know, we say a lot of shit about him because
exclusively, as it turns out,
really like running behind the scenes. So you know, definitely need to give him some. We need to appreciate that.
Don't get me started, buddy. I know.
Couldn't say myself for sure. Paul, loser. Absolutely. Okay.
We all hate James.
So if you guys have any questions, like mentioned, do you have any weird theories you guys want to talk about? Do you have any upcoming matches you're super duper excited about? Because I know I personally am really excited for some single players to kick some ass.
Yeah, I can't
So
wait for
Garth says
relationships to stop playing. Let's get those people with no relationships to get playing again. Right?
Like who?
Oh, I don't know. You said single players, so I meant that just players that
aren't.
there's Garth.
Or Bibbs or both will use their free challenge at the New York Live.
Oh God, Garth! I almost don't want.
I hope so.
Too many members of this podcast are going to be there that aren't me.
Yeah.
That'll be too much excitement. I don't want to miss that. Like the FOMO, the fear of missing out, is for real right now. So it's just going to be bad jealousy across the board. But
I agree with you, Paul. That is a pretty crazy ass theory.
So Christian said, he said hashtag Mikey 3 belts, and then that was what Paul responded with, that Mikey 3 belts is a crazy theory, and I agree. If y'all want my tinfoil on this whole Mikey 3 belts thing, I think Mike needs to go back to being a face. I have been very vocal about Mike being a face. I think his character is best as a face. I am extremely tired of this rude Kalinowski. And I say that as a guy fan. Like, I'm a guy girl 100%. And I think Mike Kalinowski is a little rude. But I do want Mike to go back to being a face. I think he is the best face. And my tinfoil is that when Mike does get all 3 belts, sorry, don't take me off of this stream. When Mike does get all 3 belts, he will go back to being a face. Because what else can he do from there? He's already healed it out as much as he can. And I think he's done this healed persona very well. I think he's a great heel as a character because he's super into it, and you can tell that he's super into it. But I want Mikey face back. Give me my Mikey face.
Danny, you are doing so well.
I'm always doing well.
So disappointing.
So
Mike does need to be a face.
Danny,
it's a fact.
Do you want, if you want to see Mike be a face again, have you just watched any of his matches, period? Because hot take, he never stopped being a face. I think even as a heel.
I agree with you. I honestly think he is. I don't think he's like really a heel. I think he's honestly a tweener.
Yeah.
He's doing his truth. He is being don't get me wrong, there's a difference between like showing your truth, like again, like Smets, such as Paulo Yama, where it's just an exaggerated version of themselves. And Kalinowski, I think he's kind of like doing a version of himself where he's kind of speaking his truth, essentially. But thank you, babe. But also he's not an asshole, like aggressively an asshole. He's just like, about it, if that makes sense. Like,
right.
Like Roka, for example, he was aggressively an asshole for a long time. Why? He was, God, he's our Lord and Savior, guy. Yep. However, he is aggressively an asshole. He is aggressively a heel. So Kalinowski, I don't think he is aggressively an asshole, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, I'll second that with Alex, because this top of the box, as far as the stream chat goes, is where apparently all the rational thinking rises. That's what you're with me and Alex. Because here's the thing about streaming. At best, he's a tweener. Because at the end of the day,
I agree with you.
I completely agree, Janine. Here's the thing. Preach to the choir on this. when you're a heel, you go in there, you talk shit, you get into the match, you talk shit, and if you win, you talk shit. If you lost, you still.
Is that not exactly what he's fucking doing though?
So up until the end, whenever he wins or loses, he will sit there and go in, and he'll praise Rachel. He'll sit there and praise whoever you fight. He praised Smets.
Exactly.
And that's fine, and like I appreciate that because whatever. I'm like, all right, same team. We both like Smets. He's a good player. I get it, but if you're a heel, you go in and say, I just crushed that kid. I just made him cry. The Smasher, he's a tin can. And I'm a machine that just pushed away. No, I think that you have to hold that all the way through. And he's too respectful in his post credits with especially too many of the players that he plays to ever actually be full heel to me. At best, he gets tweener. He starts out like a heel, but then in the match, you don't see any of those like mind games that a heel would play. You don't see him being disrespectful. And then by the time the match is over, he's the most respectful person in the world, and he just wants people to like him too darn much to be a full.
Did you not see the ice cream outtake? Like that wasn't particularly respectful.
I stand by it. I stand by it 150 million%. You know, Melissa. You know, and not to mention him going after me like, "Hey, player, watch out," because we have a history of like 4 fucking matches at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a difference between doing that and be like him eating like a thing of ice cream. Right. And being like, fuck you, I am gonna eat your face.
To that point, get on the Facebook page.
So yeah,
absolutely like that on the Facebook page.
But here's the thing: the most heel thing he's done is eat ice cream, and the most heel thing Guy has done is literally scream at Dan Murrell as like Dan Murrell
on the table,
literally jumped on the table.
The most heel thing,
something wrong in my brain.
Yeah,
no. The most heel thing KO's done has hijacked a whole entire team tournament. So I wouldn't. That's a pretty like heel thing to do. And no, Danielle, you do not. I know, commit to the bit, loser. But anyway, like
Brian, I got my cough, I got my tea.
But no, Danielle, I'm Team Danielle. Like, I think he's not particularly good as a tweener. So like, I feel like he tries to be like this like bad guy, but then like he tries to be like this like stand-up guy, and he doesn't do like one or the other particularly well. I would rather him just commit to one or the other, and personally I would rather him commit to being a face because we need good faces in the league. So
absolutely. So and also like that's fucking shit. Why am I agreeing so much with Melissa right now?
You're gonna get kicked off again.
I'm gonna get kicked off again. Yeah. But that's also kind of my point, because Mike is respectful because that's just who he is as a person, and you can see that in everything that he does. Like, I follow Mike on Twitter, and like I read his shit, and he's a good dude. Like, he genuinely seems like a wonderful person, really. And I think that that's why he's so respectful in his post matches and stuff like that. But that's Mike Kalinowski, the person. KO, the Schmoedown competitor, is a heel.
But is he?
The answer is no.
Agree to disagree, my friends.
No, he is not a heel.
All right, so James is threatening to take over Kalinowski again. Alex is just singing at this point, so I think we need to wrap up.
He's not.
Welcome to the Kalinowski is not a heel podcast.
All right, can we just all agree that we want Mikey Face back?
No.
Okay. Yes.
On here for this discussion sometime. I want to ask him some 10 million questions.
Oh yeah.
Would anyone care if we like actually did that? Would anyone actually want to see it?
Curious. Let me check with the chat real quick. Who would actually watch me and Alex be on, the non-biased ones in regard to, we've got a lot of KO lovers in here.
Sitting right here.
Y'all. Too many of you guys are corruption wearing t-shirt buying.
Oh, you won't catch me in a corruption t-shirt though.
Be kicked out of the Action Army. Okay. And I do not.
Chelsea's lucky she was cosplaying.
Yeah, she was cosplaying.
Okay, can we all agree that Mikey 3 belts needs to not be a thing? Like, no Mikey 3 belts. No.
Yeah. Actually, say
No.
speaking of which, we have some kick-ass announcements coming in hot.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so we actually just had a discussion, a really great discussion with the Schmoedown team, and we just hit an hour, so good timing. We are actually here pretty soon in celebration of October and how kick-ass this whole thing is. We are going to be doing a little itty-bitty exhibition match of, you guessed it, horror thriller. So, woo! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So, okay, so I know we have fans and viewers and everything that are competitors and movie trivia face off and multiplex and so many of the other fan groups, and I want to see you guys specifically. I want to see what you guys got.
Yeah, come and hang out with us, y'all.
See if you're in it to win it. I want to see if you guys can actually do well under pressure. If you can actually do well with people like us to read your fucking questions. Can you work it? Okay, so I need to know. So now that being said, we are gonna try to get some competitors to, like 3 or 4 competitors to be in our horror thriller exhibition match. We're gonna be trying to get a competitor to co-host. We're in the process of getting questions written down, so it's gonna be definitely a process. So again, if you're actually interested in participating or auditioning for this horror exhibition match, I like how everyone else is bored at this point.
No, we're listening.
I'm
looking at the chat.
Guys, whatever. So if anyone is interested in participating in this horror exhibition match, come here in October. We would love to see what's going on. We would love to chat with you. So
yeah, send any of us a message. Anyone that's on the call to action stream, but you will have much better luck if you either get a hold of Alex or James Spence. But you are all more than welcome to ask it. I'm sorry, I'm giving everyone else permission to slide into everyone else's DMs. My bad. Y'all, just reach out. If y'all know, y'all are more than welcome to ask me also, or anyone else that gives permission.
Consider as a competitor, you do need to like our page, as well as make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube page as well. So if we find out you auditioned and only liked just our YouTube page, tough shit. You're not going to be eliminated just because you didn't like both. So you better subscribe on both of them.
Maximum support.
Please and thank you.
Yeah, but please and thank you. So again, and also we're going to be posting some stuff up here pretty soon, going over potential auditions and all that good stuff. Another thing that we are going to be doing here pretty soon is that we are going to be having Albert, I can't pronounce his last time, Walner.
Well done,
It's Albert.
That one.
I
That
actually don't have it in front of me, but I think I would. Hold on, 5 seconds.
I'm so sorry. I have a horrible lisp, and now name just like is very difficult for me to say. But yes, so we are going to be having him on board. Next week, be doing some really. Sorry, no worries. We're going to be having him on here pretty soon, helping out with a few videos. So it's going to be really fun. James is going to be co-hosting, so that's going to be a fucking blast. Be there or be square.
Ooh, that reminds me. Before I forget, Alex, Albert, quick shout out. Slide into my DMs, buddy, on Facebook or Twitter. Just either or. I got to pitch something to you. You'll like it.
More like, hey, Dylan.
Did you just wink?
Did I?
Yeah. I got a proposition.
That's kind of what it came across as. I was like, did he just wink? I don't know. Dylan.
That's how it came off. Okay. Oh, you say, maybe James, I thought you were co-hosting. Well, regardless, we're gonna figure it out. It's all good. We also have we're also gonna be having some other stuff coming up. Chandru is gonna be with us on Monday for a live reaction of his match against Haibon. So coming in hot.
We love a Chandru here.
Yes, this is not only an action for me, this is also a Chandru fan club. So check it out.
It's true.
Yes. But yeah, we do. Again, I know we chat over it the other day. but we are going to be having a really dope, match between the reactors coming up over the next few months. So a bunch of people are going to be involved. Dylan,
Yay!
Dylan.
Yeah.
Melissa, can you name any of the competitors? Other reactors like right
Yeah. Abby, JTH. Let's see who else. Chris Doman.
My
Alex,
boy Frank,
perhaps. Frank, yes. Who else? I can't remember.
Take 3 is going to be there, I believe. Dedicated to Art is also going to be there, I believe.
We've got pretty much as many of the podcast reactors we could. I mean, there's only representation for every single one of them. I'm not competing, but I'm going to be commentating as much as possible, and I don't want to compete ever. Don't put me onto that on the general one.
Yeah, I don't know horror thrillers.
I don't know who our representative is going to be, actually.
The Fanatics, I believe.
Oh, we need to reach out to them. If any of you, for Robert or y'all, if y'all are watching Fanatics, reach out.
Time out. I think James didn't want to invite them on since he was an actual Schmoedown participant. Was the last I heard was why they, even though it was just kind of a one-time thing.
Now,
okay. If they've actually competed on Schmoedown, it probably fares an unpit thing at this time. And
right.
There's some behind-the-scenes stuff we'll get into a little bit later. We'll sort all that out. We don't want to say either here nor there, but as much representation as possible was guaranteed on it, and I don't know why I'm speaking on it. I didn't put the thing together. James Spencer will give us all a whole thing on his whole separate time. But keep an eye out for it. It's going to be sweet. I want nothing to do with competing on it. Again, I'll be on the table.
Mm-hmm. It's going to...
Did you just wink again?
What? Pull a Sarah Palin. Do that.
No, you got to do a Kit Harington.
Oh, Kit Harington. Wow, dang.
All right, guys. Do we got any more announcements?
Oh, no. I mean, that's all I got. Danny, Dylan, Melissa, do you guys have any final announcements before we head out?
Yeah, so I guess I'll start posting Schmoedown tinfoil on Twitter now. Let me know if you guys want that. I will start posting some tinfoil threads. That's going to be fun.
Yes.
Dylan has his photo. I'm
Oh my gosh.
White Claw, sponsor us.
As like a potential beverage.
My wife is actually a fan of the White Claws. Hanna Camacho, fan of the show by choice.
Yay, Hanna!
Much love to my wife. That's my shout out for that time. But yeah,
I haven't had any White Claws yet. I've actually not drank it once yet. The way it was described, I probably wouldn't like it, but I'll probably give it a try just for the stream.
Ooh, Dylan, you and I can do it at the same time.
We could do it. We could do a reaction video to White Claw.
Let us know if y'all want to see that.
We all want to see
This is what happens when you don't wear your glasses.
You guys never know what's going on. I'm constantly blinking. You would never know.
Wow. That's very sci-fi of you, I'm not going to lie.
Okay. Yeah.
So, so that is it. Everyone that's watching in the chat room, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We love hanging out with you guys all the time. Yeah, we wouldn't be here without you. And we can't wait to see a whole bunch of you over the next few months in New York and Orlando and over in LA and, in Arizona. It's going to be a bomb fucking time. And so when the time comes,
New York,
Asheville, I do not appreciate that, Mr. Jake.
However you want to support it, guys.
I do that. Can I get set up a Patreon of that?
God, can we start a Patreon already? Just so we can just
under White Claw obsession or in my
yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, let's here. We won't do Patreon because we don't have the really content for it, I think. But we can do Super Chat, and then they can pay for me and Danielle to sit there and actually do White Claw.
No,
Wait.
No.
Okay, it's on. Okay, wait.
We just lost like 4 viewers.
Good. Y'all are peddling fake news, and because you guys decided to announce it, I'm going to use the time now to announce who is officially in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Reactor Tournament. because y'all said some names that weren't in there, and I don't want to confuse the viewers.
All right.
Here is who we have confirmed.
Oh, where's
All of the wig is gone. Here is everyone who we have confirmed competing in the tournament. We have Abby Friel, Albert Warad
love it,
Harma.
Abby.
That's the best I'm gonna do. We have Chris Doman from Dedicated to Arts.
Mhm.
We have Douglas Cassell representing Take 3. We have the lovely Frank Janish representing the Schmoedown Rundown.
Yay!
We have myself representing this lovely show, and I will help us win.
Wait, did you say I? Me?
Me.
Oh, but say.
Me. Yes. We have Jeremy Hastings, JTH. And finally, we have Scott Harvey, host of the Some Like It Scott Champs Lunch podcast. That is who we have officially confirmed. If things change, we will let you know. As of now, that is who we have. And a full bracket should come out sometime next month. Damn it, Tony. That's all I wanted to say. You guys are having a great show today. I just wanted to make sure y'all aren't wrong because we have an actual full cast and I'm excited.
The first match James forgot to mention is Albert against Dan Merle, surprise guest competitor on the show.
We're just gonna cry and let him win. Like he's not gonna fight Dan. Dan's his favorite.
The whole chat is just screaming, "Let him win!" Just sad faces across the board.
All right, I'm gonna go have fun speculating who's gonna win.
Oh,
It's gonna
come
be us.
on, stay. We like you. Yeah.
Anyway, he's gone.
Oops.
No, I do not like that one. That's
No. Go back to that one.
Oh, we could do. Okay, Dylan, put your hands up,
What?
and then
What am I doing? Oh my god! It's just like every picture I take. What am I
It's
doing?
like-
with my hands?
it's like a 3-way high five,
Oh, this is
and then like.
this is the weirdest three-way I've ever been a part of. But okay.
I'm gonna pull an Ethan Irwin when he's like, "Oh my gosh, these 3 ways are fantastic! Oh my gosh!" Remember that? I still think about how like crazy that was. Danny, I did not kick you out, girl.
I don't know how this happens.
This is way too much, Dylan. Apparently,
All
Dylan.
right. So it's been too much me on the show. You guys haven't seen enough of me for so long. The hot takes have been going on. Too much winking. Too much everything. Do we want to start wrapping up?
Yeah, that's it. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out. We appreciate you. Again, we love you guys for hanging out with us as often as you do, as consistently as you do. We wouldn't be here without you. So you guys have been a hoot and a half in the bee's knees. That's for damn sure. I'm Alex Mack, and everyone, where can we find you guys? Dylan?
You guys can catch me on Twitter and on Facebook. On Facebook by this name. Hey, there it is. I finally got it right the first time in this whole thing. Just find me on that name. If you don't see me there by now, then that's weird. I'm everywhere on that. You can also catch me on Twitter. I won't tweet anything until you're actually following me. I just won't. I'm not too super active on Twitter. I am sometimes. Otherwise,
I'm very well aware of that, Dylan.
I don't think I got any other plugs. I got nothing. Daniel, where can I catch you at?
That's fair. Melissa?
So I am just on Facebook. So Movie Trivia Schmoedown and Action Army Facebook page. That's really about the only way you can reach me. And yeah, I'd love to hear your theories because I feel like I've got a pretty good one, guys. So if you agree with me, I'd love to get some backup here. Danny?
What's up, y'all? Okay, so normally I ask you all to follow me at Lady Lawston on Twitter, but I am slowly trying to get away from that. So you can follow me on Twitter at Danny Joy, DANIEEJOY. Please follow that page because I would like to get rid of my Lady Lawston one at some point in like 7 years or something like that.
Noted.
But you can also find me here on the Action Army or in the Call to Action page. You can find me on the Action Industry page, on all of the Facebook pages. I think I'm a part of every single group. And you can find me there. Reach out, hang out. Send me your tinfoil theories. Send me your tinfoil theories. Let's do this. I am down. Y'all have a good night. We love y'all so much. Thank you to everyone who watches this. I can't believe that we hit 100 followers. That's amazing. Next, this is the 49th episode of Call to Action, y'all.
Guys,
That's so crazy. We've done this 49 times. Some of us, not all of us, but
and 100. So,
Yes.
yeah.
not on every single one.
Oh my gosh. Again.
Yeah, we need to do
Yeah,
definitely a little
Thank
bit
you.
of celebration. That's for damn sure. Celebrating the big 5-0 for sure. And again, my name is Alex Mack. Please check us out. A bunch of our social media pages. We're trying to grow, expand, have a bigger presence in the Schmoedown fandom because we are going for that best fan podcast group come Schmoedown Award season.
Thick
We're going for that
award.
belt. We're coming in for it.
The
No.
thick award.
Okay, so we have an Instagram one. You can find us at Call to Action Podcast Instagram. You can like us on our Facebook page. Please, we'd love it. I like to think we post cool shit on our Facebook page on Call to Action Podcast, and I run the Twitter page. So Call to Action Pod. That is our Twitter handle. Check us out there because if you interact with them, you're interacting with me because I run it. So get excited. All right, awesome. Jake says, "Got my vote." Thanks, Boo Boo. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
All
buddy.
right. Wait, what was that? Oh, tell me it's got a sax in it.
Brian said he's gonna make a song for us for Ladies' Night.
Right.
Oh,
Right? That was my reaction.
Oh my God.
That's amazing.
Smooth jazz situation.
Yeah. Oh.
Girl, yo.
I can't wait to be on that late night
Can I pay him money? I just show my appreciation. Can I make that happen? Can I Venmo him right now? All right, again, awesome. Thanks so much, guys. We are going to break it off here in a few seconds. So, au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. I don't know some of the other ones.